All right, I'm just going to do a quick video here of my dislikes about this tractor. There's a handful of them. Some of them are, you know, kind of a bigger deal than others or whatever. Some are just kind of some nitpicking or just things that personally I would have done differently. But anyways, here we go. First thing that I've gotten used to it, but is the drive pedal to drive this thing. You know, you got forward. It's called a treadle pedal. You know, in the backward. It's taken me a while to get used to that, and I've gotten used to it, but I really like John Deere's twin touch pedal. You know, it'd be like, you know, the forward and then the reverse, you know, so a lot like a lawnmower or whatever. Well, like I said, I have gotten used to it, but I really don't understand why they came up with this design. Some guys really like this, but I don't really care for it because I find myself sometimes, you know, my heel will drag against here, and I thought, you're just going to wear that out. And I've seen other videos of the same tractors, and yeah, they'll, after they've been used for a while, there's a big mark there and stuff, and that's metal, so yeah, eventually there's gonna be some rust there. But so that's one thing. The next thing is right above it here, they put their brakes right above it. You know, there's like I don't know what that is, 4 or 5 inch space there or whatever. So a couple times getting off this thing, I've hit my foot on the brake, or I'm trying to brake and I accidentally hit the drive with my heel or something. So you know, that doesn't work so good. So I'm not really sure why they designed it that way. I suppose part of the reason they had the brakes over here is because you have a clutch over there for the PTO, but I'm not really sure why they did this or whatever, that they could have put things a little differently or something there, but that seems like kind of a weird design, but that's how this one is. The other thing is, rear tires here, you got a metal valve stem and the guard around it there. They didn't put any on the front ones. No valve stem there. And I lost both the front valve stem covers. I think the first time I went in the woods a little bit, just drove through a little bit of brush or whatever, and I noticed, I don't know, it was a while later, I thought, huh, both covers are gone. They were on there because I checked the tire pressure. So that's kind of a weird thing. I don't know why. I mean, it's a tractor. This is the front of it. You'd think they would have the guards and really tough valve stems and everything up here too, but for some reason they didn't on this tractor. The B series tractors, they're more deluxe. They are smaller, but they have the mid PTO, so you can run a lot more implements out the front or whatever. But I believe I've seen videos and they have that. They're, you know, have the metal and the guard around it. But I don't know why this is bigger. You would think you'd want to do that there, but this is more the, you know, the standard tractor or whatever. So I guess they thought they'd skip on that, I guess. But anyways, not a real big fan of that. The next thing is the ballast on this tractor. This is a really old scoop. I got full of, as you can see, to give me some weight. I don't know, there's probably about 500 or well, probably about 500 pounds or so back there. In the manual it says like minimum of 1,000 pounds for ballast, for doing like loader work and stuff, which I'm starting to understand that this helps quite a bit. I mean, you can do most of your loader work with this, but without anything back here, at first, you know, the salesman told me that you're going to need some ballast weight back there, so I thought, well, okay. And yeah, he wasn't kidding. I went out with the loader without any ballast back here, and I couldn't even pick up a full good scoop of dirt and be able to move around quickly with it. The back of the tractor was just tipping all over the place. I mean, they would come off the ground inches. That was kind of frustrating. So they do require a lot of ballast back here to really be able to use that loader effectively. If I had it like half full, then you could move around pretty good and stuff, but definitely want at least 500 pounds back here, I would say. More would be better. I think that 800 to 1,000 is probably your best bet, depending on what kind of stuff you're moving with your loader. Then another thing is Seen a lot of other videos have it too. Right here, that's the dipstick for the engine oil, so that's kind of a pain to get to. It's not the end of the world, but it is more difficult to get out of there. And then of course, I don't like it, but it's just how it is. That's the model number, so it's over 26 horsepower, so it has that diesel particulate filter system, or DPF system. So that's got to do its thing. And that one day I wanted to quit. Well, I started doing it. Well, to do a park regen, you know, you got to sit there with the throttle all the way open. You can't have it at a low RPM to do that. It has to be at full throttle. But for the most part, you know, it just takes care of itself. So I don't know if I'll ever have to do that or not. But that's kind of frustrating too. But that's just how they come that way. So, and then